Dearest everyone, greetings from France. As you, as we have also known, Europe has been hardly hit by the COVID pandemic. And for us in the Philippines, it was also quite hard because I remember last January we had the volcanic eruption, the Taal volcanic eruption. And now we are still in the time of the COVID pandemic. And I am reading in the news that the number of cases is still increasing. But we are also not lacking of people who are inspiring us with their love for those who are in need, especially those who are in the peripheries. And we in New City would like to collect these beautiful and inspiring stories. We wish to publish them. And in this way, we are serving the highest truth, whom Chiara named as her spouse, Jesus forsaken. As she has written, I will pass as a fire in this world that will consume everything, and we live standing only the truth. And we know that this truth is no other than Jesus forsaken, love par excellence, the immense love of God for humanity. 13 years ago, I left a beautiful job in my focolare in Baguio. And it was very hard for me because I loved that job very much. I was working for visually impaired children for their education. I was working for programs in order to save their remaining sight and vision, and for them to be mainstream in the regular school, or we call it inclusive education. But what consoled me after I left that job and I was assigned to work for New City, I got across some writings of Chiara, which read like this: Jesus forsaken is the image of the blind he does not see, of the deaf he cannot hear. He seems in the edge of despair. He is the one who starves for union with God. With this, I said, I realize that I have a higher goal which I have to work for, a mission, and that is to dispel the spiritual blindness, deafness, and paralysis in humanity. And by working in your city, I can help on this goal. And we can say that this goal is working for that perfect vision, because in the visually impaired world, we have this perfect vision 2020. And for us, this perfect vision 2020 is that goal of Jesus, his prayer of unity, that all may be one, because we have one Father in heaven, and he would like that we treat each other as brothers and sisters. So these writings of Chiara consoled me, but how to do it? I read again some writings of Chiara. She narrated once she was in a plane trip and a kind stewardess invited her into a cockpit. She was impressed by the magnificent view, wide and unobstructed, offered by the large cockpit windows, but even more by the pilot's explanation. The pilot told her, to steer the airplane, you must first set the compass needle in the direction of your destination. Then along the way, you must keep an eye on it to make sure that the plane does not go off course. In her mind, she began to compare an airplane trip with the journey of our life, which we also call our holy journey. We have to start by setting our compass in the direction of our soul, which is to follow Jesus, who cries on the cross, my God, why have you forsaken me? On the way, we have to do only one thing: remain faithful to him. Chiara continues, on a plane trip, there are no curves to take you by surprise because you fly in a straight line, and you don't have the problem of mountains because you quickly reach a high altitude. On our holy journey, our love for Jesus forsaken immediately places us at a good altitude. So let's set our compass, our GPS, our Google Map on Jesus forsaken. We promise Him again our fidelity to have this vision, this perfect vision 2020, especially in this time of the COVID-19 pandemic and in this time of the pandemic of greed, of obsession for power and selfishness. With our love for Him and with Him in our midst, we shall overcome all these painful events because whatever is unforeseen, different, or painful have already been foreseen and expected in Jesus forsaken. A grace-filled new city to everyone. We journey towards that new city, that new heavens and new earth, with our compass set on Him, the book of all books, and the